You're locked in.
Much appreciated, Coach. Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in Northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts, and he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jackson on first down. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy. Take care of the football. We're on the road. You're a youngster. Let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you. Move on. Long way to go in this one.
On 2nd and 15 now. Foles. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they'll get this to the 30. Yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Foles. He's got his tight end O'Shaughnessy. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. He completes it to Evans. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. The numbers for Evans a week ago. 5 catches, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
And that put him over 1,000 yards for the season. And the benchmark for running backs, 1,000 yards. The same for receivers. When you have that kind of a year, you've had a monster one.
This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Now a play fake here on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The tight end set to valve the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the counter. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. And the Jags grab it. He's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Here's the second year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, touchdown number 15 on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Foles. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually... And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Mike Evans with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do, because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give the sack there to Jake Ryan.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack on first down, Jackson, that's into the hands of Pascal. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Play to win. Let's go. Ready. Take the outlaw. Check. Get the ball. You won't take.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing on 2nd and 3, Jackson. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First down, and they go right back to blue. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A pass there complete to Westbrook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
That's what I'm talking about.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Here's Foles. This one complete over the middle to O'Shaughnessy. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 16.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Quincy Wilson in on the stop. Looking to throw on second down. Foles. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Mike, 53, Mike.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is caught by Lee. Touchdown Jacksonville. Marquise Lee with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee. As they'll start. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, Wilkins. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson, a good throw here, finding Pascal. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. He'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the draw, this is Fournette. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. They'll run on first down. Hines sheds off the tackle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now Jackson. He'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football. This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Goes underneath to O'Shaughnessy. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Foles now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Foles now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Lambo is good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Out to his left. And his pass incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in weeks. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. 13 games going on here this final Sunday of 2019, the final Sunday of the regular season. 3 more games still to come following us. Raiders, Broncos, Cards, Rams, and Niners, Seahawks. And then we'll know the 12 teams who will continue on into the playoffs starting next Saturday here on EA Sports. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. Looking long for Westbrook. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using...
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Colts are going to get it at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. On 1st down, it's Blue. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. He hits Blue. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Single slot.
Now Foles. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will push this lead up to 20 now. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run with Hines. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He finds his target, it's Evans. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
We play to win.
They can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Now a play fake here on first down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. It's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Got an open man. That's Campbell. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. They'll run on second down with Blue. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory, like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. This is Wilkins. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Wilkins. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Wilkins. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. To throw is Jackson.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where was that all game?" Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game, because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
Now left side on the swing pass. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Looking to run with Mack, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Marlon Mack with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Nick Foles gearing up again here to go on offense. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens,
The quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Foles. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Fournette, a first down carry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Foles on the handoff, going to give it to Blue. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
On 3rd down, Fournette. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So the Colts now down by 13. At time, a huge factor. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger. Campbell making the catch. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete.